Hi friends, now discuss the RBI in economics. So now we come second. RBI includes HDFC. There is a banks in the two bank to fail a list. Okay, context after adding the State Bank of India and private later ICICI. The Reserve Bank of India has listed HDFC to systematically important banks list. The addition means that HDFC has now been considered as too big to fail bank since 2015. That central bank has been identifying banks whose failure would impact the whole financial system. Systematically important middle banks is the DSIB. Systematically in the important bank, a few banks is assumed systematic importance due to their size, cross jurisdiction, adverse complexity, lack of substitutability, and interconnectedness. That the disorderly failure of these banks have had the propensity to cause significant disruptions to the essential services provided by the banking systems and in terms to the overall economic activity. The banks are considered systematically important banks. Okay, is by these as their continued functioning as it's critical for the uninterrupted availability of essential banking services. The real economy, SIB, okay, substantial systematically important bank. Okay, arbitraries are perceived as ones that they are too big to fail. The preparation of TBFTF creates an expectations of government support for these banks at the time of distress. Due to the perception of these banks enjoy certain advantages in the funding markets. After list of the DSIB, okay, so bucket banks, okay, SIB, ABDL, come on, equity tier 1, requirement as a of RWAS for financial 2017-18. Okay, ADL, come on, equity tier 1 requirement applicable from. Okay, Dairy Processing and Infrastructure Development Fund. Okay, so Dairy Processing Infrastructure Development Fund. The Cabinet Committees of Economic Affairs has approved. Okay, has approved a Dairy Processing and Infrastructure Development Fund with an outlay of 10,881 crore during the period from 2017 to 18 to 2028 and 29. Major activities of Dairy Processing Investment Infrastructure Development Fund (DIDF). The project will focus on binding by buildings and efficient milk procurement system by setting up of chilling infrastructure and installation of electronic milk adulteration, testing equipment creation, modernization, expansion of processing infrastructure and manufacturing faculties. Okay, for evaluating products for the milk unions, milk producer companies, management of DIDF. The project will be implemented by National Dairy Development Board, okay, NDDB, okay, and National Dairy Development Corporation directly through the end borrowers such as milk unions, state dairy federations, multi-state milk cooperatives, milk producer companies, and NDDB subsidiaries meeting the eligibility criteria under the project and implementation and monitoring sales. And NDDB Anand will manage the implementation and monitoring of day-to-day project activities. The end borrowers will get the loan 6.5% annum. The period of repayment will be 10 years with initial 2 years moratorium. Okay, so the state government will be the guarantor of loan repayment. Also, for the project sanctioned, if the end user is not able to contribute its shares, the government will contribute to the same. Mumbai to Ahmedabad High Speed Rail MAHSR. Okay, India's first bullet train project. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Japanese counterpart Shinzo Abe recently laid the foundation stone for India's first bullet train project in Ahmedabad. Okay. Chief Hacks, the 508-kilometer long Mumbai to Ahmedabad high-speed bullet train schedule. Here you can see the much routed rail project Ahmedabad to Mumbai just in 2 hours. Okay, promises to transform railway, create a new India. According to the initial estimate, around 1.6 crore people were expected to travel by the bullet train annually, but by 2050, 1.6 lakh commuters should travel by the high-speed train on daily basis. Okay, so to fund this is 1,10,000 crore. Projects alone is 8,000 crore. Will be taken from Japan, International Cooperation Agency, and 0.1%. This loan has to rapid to Japan in 50 years and grace period. With 15 years grace period, Japan is pioneer in high-speed rail networks, and its Shinkansen bullet train is among the fastest in the world. Okay, so it is now you can see 534 kilometer speed, 320 kilometer, 1.5 times AC fare. So social media campaign to promote geographical indication. The sale for IPR promotions and management. CIPM had launched a social media campaign to promote Indian geographical indications with a movement initiated by CIPM to make more people aware about the importance of intellectual property rights. What is GI? Geographical indication of the GI is a sign used on products that have a specific geographical origin, on processes, inequalities, or a reputation that are due to that origin. Such a name conveys an assurance of quality and distinctiveness, which is essentially attributed to its origin, is that defined geographical locality. Darjeeling tea, strawberry, blue pottery of Jaipur, Varanasi, Varanasi, Sari and Tirupati's laddus, and some other GI. Silver IPR promotion and management CIPM. The Silver IPR promotion and management CIPM under the aegis of Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Cell for IPR promotions and management CIPM has been created as a professional body under the aegis of DIPP to take forward the implementation of the national policy, the national IPR policy. National IPR policy that was approved by the government in May 2016 with the slogan Creative India, Innovative India. CIPM is working towards creating public awareness about IPR in the country, promoting the filing of IPRs through facilitation, providing inventors with a platform to commercialize their IP assets, and coordinating the implementation of the national IPR policy in collaboration with the government, ministries and departments and other stakeholders. Social media campaign to promote geographical indication launched by CIPM DIPP. Campaign has been launched to make people aware about the importance of intellectual property rights. Andhra Pradesh to get India's first hyperloop. The government of Andhra Pradesh has signed a memorandum of understanding and with California-based hyperloop transportation technology to develop India's first hyperloop route in the state. So the proposed route for the hyperloop between the city centers of Vijayawada and Amravati would potentially turn to a trip of more than 1 hour into a 6-minute route. Okay, between the proposed route of the hyperloop between the city center and the Vijayawada and Amravati could potentially turn a trip of more than 1 hour into 6 minutes. Right. The project will use a public-private and partnership model funding primarily from private investors. Okay, so what is happening with transportation system is a transportation system where pod-like vehicles, okay, propelled through a near vacuum tube connecting cities at speeds matching that have an aircraft. Okay. Okay, Biswajit project, sorry, Biswajit scheme. Okay, the director of Indian Institute of Technology (IIT) of Delhi expressed disappointment that the ambitious Biswajit scheme of the Union government had become a non-starter. The scheme, which entailed the provisions of 1,250 crore to each of the top seven IIT over a period of 5 years to upgrade the infrastructure, has important faculty and collaborate with foreign institutions to break into the top league in global ranking, has reportedly been stood down with the finance minister. Biswajit scheme, the project is aimed at catapulting Indian Institute of Technology to the top league of global academic ranking. The game plan is currently being worked on at the Ministry of Human Resource Development. Biswajit will aim to pick the IT with the greatest potential to climb up the global picking order, and then ensure close focus on them, having a handful of Indian institutes of that figure on global listing like US and Times. Okay, so list IT and most ranked highest. Okay, however, the position of the global list areas are invisible standing mostly at 200 and below the Indian Institute of Science, and was ahead of IIT and at 147 the 2015 QS World University Ranking. Zero Hunger Program, Gorakhpur, Koraput, and Thane to launch Zero Hunger Program. Three districts, Gokul, Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh, Koraput in Odisha, and Thane in Maharashtra will initiate India's ambitious Zero Hunger Program. And though intervention in farm sector on October 2016 World Food Day, though many more districts will eventually be covered under this dedicated farm-based program. Okay, in the Sustainable Development Goal under to end hunger by 2030, these three would act as a model of an integrated approach to deal with hunger and malnutrition by adopting suitable horticultural practices. Key facts: the program will be initiated by the Indian Council of Agricultural Research (ICAR) in association with the Council of Medical Research (ICMR), the MS Swaminathan Research Foundation, and the Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council. Whereas the concerned state governments will also be involved in the program, which has consisted of organization of farming system of nutrition and setting up genetic gardens for fortified plants and crops, and initiation of zero hunger training. The program will ensure suitable methods of measuring the impact of intervention. There will be intensive training programs in order to identify the nutritional maladies in each district and the appropriate horticulture and animal husbandry remedies. The program will be launched in addition to what the government has planned to deal with the issue of malnutrition. The various other initiatives under the goal to make India malnutrition free by 2022. Swachhathan 1.0, the first ever Swachh Bharat Hackathon, was organized by the Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation. It is organized to crowdsource solutions to come to some of the sanitation and hygiene challenges faced in various parts of the country. It invited innovations from schools and college institutions, startups, and others to come up with solutions for problems like monitoring usage and toilets, triggering behavioral change solution for early decomposition of fecal matter. Okay, to toilet technologies in difficult terrains. Okay, so here you can see Swachhathan 1.0. So here you can see monitoring usage of toilets, early decomposition of the physical matters. Behavior change, here technology solution, septic disposal, toilet technology. Initial coin offering. Initial coin offering. Initial China has recently banned in individual or organizations from raising funds through the initial coin offering. Saying the practice is constituted illegal funding. Okay, initial coin offering. Okay, initial coin offering is an unregulated means of crowdfunding for a project. The use of cryptocurrency, the right of ownership of royalties, okay, of the project is offered to investors to invest in the form of the digital coins in exchange of the legal tender or other cryptocurrencies. Usually Bitcoin. The value of the coin will appreciate in the business of is successful. Presently there is no regulator for this kind of crowdsourcing. A 5G 2020 forum. The government has constituted high-level 5G India 2020 forum with secretaries of the Ministry of Telecom Information Technology and Science and Technology. The primary goal of this forum is to achieve early. The primary goal of this forum to achieve early deployment of 5G in India. It aims to strengthen domestic telecommunication equipment manufacturing and promote manufacturing ecosystem, targeting 50% of India's market and 10% global market over the next 5 to 7 years. Under the 5G technology, the government aims to deliver about 10,000 megabit per second, 10 Gbps in urban areas and 1 GB in rural area. Okay, in the Internet Telecommunication Union, IT will finalize the standards of 5G technology. International Financial Service Center. The RBI has had recommended the Finance Ministry to consider one common regulator to issue approvals required for doing business in the IFSC. The country's first international financial service center is located at the Gujarat International Finance City in Gandhinagar. The proposed name for the regulator is the GIFT, Financial Sector Regulatory Authority, which will have all the powers to regulate banking, insurance, and capital markets in IFSC. Okay, so thank you, friends.